Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Monday, April 18th. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News. A tense situation in Tirana's institutions of higher education as the elections for the Dean of Tirana University approach. The former Prime Minister's accusations on Saturday that one of the main candidates and the current Dean have both been threatened by organized crime gang members with the support of the Prime Minister has stopped the candidates from presenting their programs today. University students are refusing to comment. Meanwhile, Tirana University issued an official statement today admitting that a candidate and the current dean have been threatened. The statement reads, "State structures have been informed about the serious event and the necessary measures have been taken. The academics consider the threats to be a poor example for educational institutions." During the meeting of the Socialist Party parliamentary group, Prime Minister Rama declared that the main message he received at the White House meeting with President Barack Obama was the importance of realizing justice reform. Obama considers the judicial reform to be a test of our seriousness in relations with the USA, who offers strong support to the Albanian state. He desires that no political force hamper justice reform, declared Rama. The Prime Minister was optimistic about his meetings at the White House and expressed regret for the opposition's critics. It does not happen every year or even once in 4 years for an Albanian Prime Minister to be received at the White House. In fact, this is the first time it happened. A meeting at the White House confirms the trust of our partners in our commitment. I cannot hide my regret regarding some negative comments about this invitation. Even though the invitation was a positive evaluation for the work of the government, it was also a positive evaluation for the Albanians in the 25th anniversary of the reestablishment of relations between our countries, said Rama to the Socialist MPs during a media open meeting of the SP group. The Prime Minister also declared that the USA has decided to set up a friendship group with Albania. Later, during a closed-door meeting, the Prime Minister announced there will be a gathering of the Socialist Party Assembly on Saturday to elect the Secretary General, the chairmanship, and the Secretariat. After the meeting of the Socialist Parliamentary Group, the Socialist MP Mimosa Hafizi declared that she has filed a request with the Electoral Commission of the party to open the voting boxes on the referendum. During the activities for the 25th anniversary of the pluralist parliament speaker of the Albanian parliament, Ilir Meta, spoke about the judiciary system reform, calling it a priority that will be realized. I want to express my conviction that this major reform will be successfully completed as soon as possible, to pave the way for the modernization of our constitutional institutions, to increase citizens' trust in the justice system, and to improve the business climate, especially for foreign investors, said Meta. He added that more must be done to guarantee a better life and functional democracy for the citizens. Commenting on the first pluralist in Albania, the Assembly Speaker had this to say: "The first Albanian pluralist parliament was a turning point in the history of Albania as it separated us from the past. The first Albanian pluralist parliament gave a message of freedom. It paved the way to democracy and to historic changes. It laid the foundation of the new democratic and modern state." Albania has started negotiations with the Trans-Adriatic Pipeline investors to obtain equal benefits with Greece from the TAP project. During the ceremony for the arrival of the first pipes at the port of Durrës, the Prime Minister, Rama, declared that the first agreement the Albanian government reached did not provide an equal benefit with Greece. The first agreement does not provide equal remuneration from the project. There is no reason for Greece or other countries to be allowed a higher benefit. TAP investors showed readiness to negotiate over this issue. It's important to us to be at the same beneficiary level with the other countries involved in the project, said Rama. Along with the geostrategic importance, the TAP project will bring €1 billion in 20 years to the Albanian economy. The Prime Minister emphasized that Albania will have direct benefits, such as investments in infrastructure and employment. TAP has contributed by rehabilitating schools. It has organized campaigns for security and health. It will open new jobs. The total project is expected to inject €1 billion and create 15,000 new jobs in the next 5 years, Rama declared. The Minister of Energy said that the top project is a secure road towards the EU. About 13,000 pipes will be used for the construction of the Trans-Adriatic pipeline in Albania. The project is foreseen to be concluded in 2019. The Tirana City Hall project to rehabilitate the Tirana River is about to be completed. The mayor of Tirana inspected the work and declared that the project will finish by autumn, emphasizing that the area will take on distinctive and sociable feels. I believe that we will finish the project by autumn and this area will not flood anymore. It will be transformed into the most attractive areas of the capital, as the river banks will be altered into parks, sports areas, and recreational areas for Tirana citizens, said the mayor. Vlora added that a collector is being built along this area in order to manage wastewater. We will have a solution for the wastewater so that it is not poured into the river. We are a civilized nation and we will not allow that wastewater to be poured into the river, said the mayor, adding that the project will also give the city a new park. Dozens of citizens affected by the project for enlarging the Trans-Balkan Road in Vlora protested today outside the Prime Minister's office, asking for fairness in the expropriation. With placards in their hands, the citizens asked for a meeting with the Prime Minister. Vlora residents claimed that the expropriation of their houses is not being made according to the market prices. They are calling on the government to treat their issue with priority and find a solution to their problem. Otherwise, the citizens are threatening an escalation of their protests. The citizens say they are not against the government's project, but they are asking for a fair expropriation of their houses. There were protests in Fier today as well, as citizens whose houses were flooded a year ago are asking for fair compensation. Residents of Fier villages say that the compensations have been distributed in a selective way and that there are people who have not received compensation at all. The residents protested outside the Fier prefecture and asked for a solution from the government. A year ago, around 40 families were flooded by the Vjosa River, causing hefty damages to their houses. Today's protests come several days after the residents protested outside Fier City Hall. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Ora News, thank you and good night.